किसी महान व्यक्ति ने ये बात कही है कि किसी चीज़ को शिद्दत से चाहो तो पूरी कायनात तुम्हें उससे मिलाने की साजिश में लग जाती है. कॉन्ग्रेचुलेशंस कायनात, यू हैव डन योर वर्क. जो है चाहत पूरी हो गई है. आई हैव श्रुति सेठ इन फ्रंट ऑफ मी, AKA जिया फ्रॉम शरारत. वेलकम Shruti, how are you?
I'm very well. I'm very flattered right now.
So just to put in some context, हमने कुछ टाइम पहले एक एपिसोड किया था नॉस्टैल्जिया टेलीविजन पे, and it goes without saying I did a full 7-minute lecture on Shararat. I have been a huge fan of Shararat. Recently Hotstar ने जब उसको एयर करना शुरू किया, it was during the lockdown, and I have 2 younger siblings. I was like, तुम बैठो, तुम बैठो, आज से तुम्हारा शरारत क्लासेस स्टार्ट होने वाला है. हो बहुत हो गया शिनचैन डोरेमोन सब. I'll show you what real television is. How does it feel, Shruti, to be a part of such a big thing?
Oh my God, it's amazing because very recently, in fact, मैंने खुद अपनी सोशल मीडिया पे एक रील शेयर की थी, which basically spoke about how Shararat was such a cool show and it was very subversive and all of that. And I have to say that we started shooting Shararat in 2002 December. And it's 2022.
Yeah.
It's been 20 years.
Almost 2 decades.
It's been 20 years.
Yeah.
It's been almost the entire span of my career. And I think I've done like some pretty good work.
Yeah.
But everything just pales in comparison.
To
मैं
Shararat,
कुछ भी कर लूँ, मैं कहाँ भी चली जाऊँ, मैं मतलब the thing is that I don't think I feel कि when I started doing Shararat, I was also a Channel V VJ. And उस वक्त ना मुझे बड़ा गुस्सा आता था because everyone used to call me Jiya, and I was like, that's not my name. My name is Shruti. Call me Shruti. And it was weird because Channel V was a niche, music television channel, and Star Plus was Star Plus.
Star Plus, yes.
There was no way I was ever going to be able to shadow that. And from then to now, I've done films, I've done shows, I've done digital stuff, I've hosted shows. But wherever I go, whoever I meet, आपको हम कहीं से जानते हैं.
That's
and then they start snapping their fingers. And I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to own it now that मेरी पूरी जिंदगी मैं सिर्फ जिया मल्होत्रा बनकर ही पहचानी जाऊंगी. And I have to say, I could not be luckier to be recognized for a show like Shararat.
Yeah.
Everything that it was, not just to the people who've seen it, but to all of us who were a part of it and are still a part of it.
Yes.
And what is amazing is that we were popular when there was no social media.
Yeah, of course.
I can only imagine what would have happened अगर शरारत आज
रिलीज होता. मैंने अपने सिबलिंग्स को मैं वही बता रहा था, लाइक ये तब फेमस थे जब तुम्हारा इंस्टाग्राम नहीं था, ठीक है. तो हम आई क्लियरली रिमेंबर वी यूज्ड टू मीट एंड there was this time when I used to meet with my friends and I used to be like, यार ध्रुव कितना stupid है यार. मतलब उसको समझ क्यों नहीं आ रहा है कि ये but it's been I still go back and watch Shararat, like people watch Friends when they're having their meals.
Oh my God, that is such a compliment.
I watch Shararat. But do you have any funny stories of fan encounters that must have happened apart from this that is happening right now?
There was one which was, I have to tell you, so my life is really weird because it's a good thing that I have a sense of humor. Otherwise, I would be a very depressed person. So here's the thing about people, okay? जब लोग आपसे मिलते हैं ना, तो I understand it because if I were to suddenly encounter someone who is my hero, I would start fumbling and saying, अच्छा अभी I'm getting this moment, I must speak. How can I lose this time? ये नहीं कि मैं बस बोल दूँ कि I'm a big fan and I just stay there, enjoy. I must keep talking, right? Because the person should hear me. So a lot of people just ramble when they meet you and stream of consciousness में जो भी उनके दिमाग में चल रहा है उसे बिना फिल्टर किए मुंह पे बोल देते हैं. So those are really funny encounters. And like I said, thank God I have a sense of humor because here are the range of
Yeah.
compliments that I received. अरे आप टीवी पे तो बहुत अच्छी दिखती हैं
अरे
या आप रियल लाइफ में तो और भी अच्छी दिखती हैं मेकअप के बिना तो आप और भी अच्छी दिखती हैं मेकअप के साथ आप बहुत अच्छी लगती हैं अरे आप तो बहुत शॉर्ट हैं टीवी पे तो बहुत टॉल दिखती हैं एंड one of such moments was I remember very distinctly Shararat had gotten over. It had been quite a few years. And I was in Joggers Park and one person came running to me and they were like, I was obviously expecting that now
Yeah.
they're going to say, aap wo, you know, chutki wala show. They was like, aap वो शरारत में आती है ना उनके जैसी दिखती हैं I was like, बस अब हो गया
ये एपिटोमी है
So for me, it's things like this.
Yeah.
I meet some people who look quite elderly, if I may say, and they're like, हमने ना आपको अपने बचपन में देखा है I'm like, कौन सा बचपन आप कितने छोटे थे या मैं कितनी बड़ी हूँ कि आपने मुझे अपने बचपन में देखा था So it's almost amusing because one realizes what happens to the brain when we get very emotional.
Exactly.
So it's just a life hack. If you meet someone who you admire and you don't know what to say to them, don't say anything.
Don't say anything.
Just be quiet.
तभी मैंने notes बना लिया है
Just your smiles are enough. Your love is very palpable. I can feel it. But don't mess it up by adding words that don't make sense or can be misconstrued because I know that they're well-meaning words.
Yeah.
पर उस वक्त ना because your brain has been sort of kidnapped by your emotions or you're not being able to form the right sentences, just be quiet.
Just be quiet. Just smile.
So that's a life hack
Yeah.
for anyone who ever meets anyone they admire.
Acha, we have a very quick rapid fire.
Wow.
Like
I love rapid fire.
how much Jiya knows Shararat.
Oh dear God! No. Oh my God, this is going to be really hard. But all right, let's try it.
So we're gonna go to our first question. Simple questions है बहुत ज़्यादा. And ये सारे मैंने अपनी memory से बनाया. This is no Wikipedia or anything. Out of the 3 fairies, who doesn't use magic until absolutely necessary?
Radha, my mother.
Yes. Claps. Pam का पूरा नाम क्या है जिससे वो बहुत
परमिंदर सिंह
irritated. अच्छा फिनाले में
Oh dear God, that's just really okay. You know, let me just quickly give you a little trivia. We had just celebrated, I think, I don't know, 200 episodes or maybe a little less. I don't remember.
Yeah.
And we had a massive success party. And it had been almost 3.5 years of the show running. None of us had ever gone out on a holiday because we couldn't. We used to shoot every month. तो बाहर जाना was impossible. And हमारी success party हुई थी और मुझे याद है Star TV was there and they congratulated all of us and they said this show will run into 1,000 episodes. You know, we were naive, so we believed them. And he said 1,000, अब तो सिर्फ 200 हुए, अब तो बहुत सारे episodes हैं. तो मुझे लगा था कि चलो भाई मेरी तो पूरी जिंदगी में शरारत
करने वाले हो.
And then I got a film, my second film in fact, called Tararampam, which I went to shoot in New York. And it had been 3.5, almost 4 years, and I begged them and I said, you have to let me do this film. I haven't gone anywhere. So I took a 50-day break. 50 days, almost short of 2 months. So we shot episodes, we banked them, and then I went off on this trip, and there was no way they could have shot without me.
Of course.
So we all managed, and they said, "Chalo, ab wo bol rahi hai itne saalon se, to chalo jaane do, whatever." And I was also in love, and my now husband, then boyfriend, was on the film. So I was like, "नहीं, मुझे जाने दो, please, मुझे New York जाना है." And मैं जब New York से वापस आई, मैं तो वापस आई सोचकर अभी 800 एपिसोड बाकी है. And I remember there was a very ominous call that came to me from the production house. Not even the producer, some person who was running the show. And they said, "Ma'am, हम last schedule plan कर रहे हैं." And I said, "Last schedule?" They were like, "हाँ ma'am, अब हम last 4 episodes shoot करेंगे and that will wrap up the show." And And I think for the first time in my life, I realized that something was being taken away from me. And मैं थक गई थी शरारत कर करके, and I was fed up and I wanted some freedom, this, that. But then that moment, I said, no, you can't shut Shararat. We have to do 800 more episodes. And वो 4 episode हमने इतने दुख के साथ किए थे. And we were so sad because none of the kids were there. So they kept Aditi and Harsh, who were Raja and Meeta, out. And I think even Pam was not in those episodes. And it was just some lame episode about Jiya and Dhruv having a magic ki shadi. It was rubbish. It was rubbish. But we had to wind up the show. And it was the saddest thing. So if you ask me any questions, I may not have the right answers.
Well, basic सा था कि ध्रुव कौन सी कंट्री से रिटर्न करता है और प्रपोज करता है?
Oh dear God, must have been America only.
It was Australia.
See, I didn't give a damn.
Acha, we'll wrap up with a very important last question. So I'll give you 2 lines of your title track. You have to complete the stanza.
Okay.
नानी को जादू का वरदान मिला है, मम्मी और जिया को विज्ञान दिया है. आगे.
इनकी जोड़ी बड़ी भयंकर. something something.
इनका गुस्सा बड़ा भयंकर. बना दे बंदर मार के मंतर.
String summoning.
You've been such a sport, Shruti. Thank you so much.
Pleasure's been all mine.
It's been great, and as I've said, Kainat, congratulations.
Thank you, Kainat.
Thank you so much, Shruti. Thank you.